Come on. I have so much tea. I have so many things I could say, but I don't. But I don't. But I don't. And that goes for anybody. Um, yes, after Beck broke up with me, I did speak about them. I did. A couple times. I did. Once they made it very clear, do not speak about me. They also kind of threatened me to sue me, of course. I shut my trap. I genuinely did. But it's like, yes, me and Beck did not have a great relationship. I was unhinged. I am fully accountable of that. Like,
How has Amber manipulated you? What did she say to get you into the relationship? Well, I wanted to start off very slow, and but I was moving too slow for her. So one day she was just like, there's a line of people who want to be with me. So if you're not going to be with me, then you need to leave.
and she's saying like how I forced her to be in a relationship with me. That's crazy. That's not the way that I viewed it at all. But I'm beginning to see that like the way that I viewed most of the situation, I guess maybe she didn't, or she's purposely downplaying what she did to me because she's trying to save her marriage. Me and Beck did not have a great relationship. I was unhinged.
When did I realize you needed to end things with Amber? What was the final straw in the relationship? There was one day where she had started pretending to be me in text messages in because I had a group message with Eric and Ricky that we had had for years, and we had had it long before I'd even known who Amber was.
And I will never in a million years say anything personal about Beck. There are things that I know. There obviously, like, I was with them for years.
I love how anytime she has a falling out with somebody, she's just like, I have so much dirt on that person. I have this and that. No, she doesn't. It's just a fear tactic for her to silence people because she doesn't want to have people see that side of her. And so she doesn't have to take accountability for her actions. If there weren't things that you did wrong, then you wouldn't be needing to threaten people into silence.
But I still choose to like not do that and like take a different stance. Like I can't sit here and just say all these horrific things.
In one of my last lives with Amber, you guys heard me say, who's the one that's been wiping you? And obviously I didn't mean for anybody to hear that, but you guys did. And I'd only said that because I was just so frustrated in that moment because she kept acting like I hadn't done anything for her. At one point, she said that I didn't do any caretaker-y things for her, so I didn't feel like a caretaker. But I did start to feel like a caretaker, and I had felt like one since we had lived with Eric and Ricky. So that's where the whole wiping thing started, was when we were living with Eric and Ricky. And that didn't stop until the day we broke up. But even before then, I felt like a caretaker. I would do all of the housework, all of the cleaning. I would help her try to maintain her hair because it would get matted. And I would help her wash the back of her neck because she would wear chokers and it would rub on the back and like stain it. So I'd try to help her get the stain off.
I'm trying hard not to throw up.
So while I wasn't perfect, I did do my best, and none of that excuses the things that you have said about me and the lies you have told. And none of that makes our experiences equal.
When you know someone for a large length of time and like you talk to them constantly, like you're going to find things about them that like shock you probably. And it's like, do I sit here and say bad things about these people? No. But like Alexis does it to me. Like Beck is now making content about me again. It's just like, what is actually happening? Like, there is an ad. I don't understand this ad thing. I did press to monetize, obviously, because girl, we're gonna monetize the out of this because Jordy monetized the out of my story. That's most reaction channels do. So it's my turn. Don't lie. Like, that's the part that, like, really affects me. Alexis has lied about so much. That's the part that, like, that's the part that bothers me the most, because it's like, what are you gonna lie about next? That's the part that freaks me out.
My lack of self-awareness.
What does your BPD make you say or do to your girlfriends? It depends on the situation. So you have to, like, give me a, like, situation, then I can explain. What was your reasoning for setting a timer? I don't remember ever, like, setting a timer, but I did, like, say, can you come back up here? Can you come back, hang out with me, like, in an hour or whatever? And it's genuinely because I did not want to be alone. I've always been scared to be alone, and you guys know that. And living on my own and growing up, and especially, like, getting diagnosed with BPD and, like, understanding myself more, like, I have been able to be like, wow, I love being alone. And I hate that I ever have put anyone in the position of feeling like they had to be attached to my hip. And trust me, I regret it more than anything. Yes, it was controlling. Absolutely. Stop blaming BPD. I've never been in a, but okay.
The next question is there any proof/validity to the DV allegations against Jade? I find it hard to believe because of Amber's history with lying on previous partners and also admitting to being the violent one at one point. And Amberlynn did tell me that she has hit Jade before and used to go through her phone periodically, like while Jade was in the shower. But she did mention one time that they were fighting and Amberlynn slapped her, and I guess Jade, like, pushed her and she fell to the ground. And I think it was a bigger deal than it actually was because Amberlynn obviously couldn't get back up by herself.
I've never been in a, but okay. Why would you lie about certain things? Like, you already look bad. So I just don't understand.
Yo, Chop, it's Pete. I'm uptown right now. I'm on my way to the West Bank to put a twist on this thing, you heard? Oh, yeah. Oh, oh, yeah. Oh, oh, yeah. Oh, oh, yeah. Now, I don't mean to sound rude, baby, I hurt or nothing. I want an independent woman if she's working with something. I want a slim, fine woman with some twerk with her. See, you got a lot, but I can work with her. Want a big, fine woman with some pop, 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 with some twerk, twerk, with some pop, 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 with some twerk, pop, pop, twerk, pop, pop, twerk, pop, pop. Bounce your booty up and down, 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 bounce your booty up and down. Turn around and stick your booty out, stick your booty out, turn around and stick your booty out, stick your booty out, turn around and stick your booty out, stick your booty out, turn around and stick your booty out, stick your booty out, bounce your booty up and down, 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 bounce your booty up and down, 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 bounce your booty up and down, 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 bounce your booty up and down, 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 touch your toe, bounce your booty, bounce your booty, bounce your booty, up and down, touch your toe, bounce your booty, bounce your booty, bounce your booty, up and down, touch your toe, up and down, touch your toe, up and down, bounce your booty, up and down, touch your toe, bounce your booty, up and down, touch your toe, bounce your booty, touch your toe, bounce your booty, up and down, your booty out, your booty out, your booty out, around, your booty out, your booty out, your booty out, your booty out, around, your booty out, your booty out, your booty out, your booty out, around, your booty out, your booty out, your booty out, your booty out, around, your booty out. You ain't got a lot, but I can work with her, work with her, work with her. You ain't got a lot, but I can work with her, work with her, work with her. You ain't got a lot, but I can work with her, work with her, work with her. You ain't got a lot, but I can work with her, work with her, work with her. You ain't got a lot, but I can work with her, now 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 work with her. You ain't got a lot, but I can work with her, now 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 work with her.
Hello, guys. Welcome and happy Black History Month. It feels good. It feels good. It feels great. We might be celebrating it all year for a few different reasons, but I'm here. So to anyone watching in real time, thank you. To anyone watching during playbacks, I appreciate you. To all my channel members and my patrons who always show out for me, Thank you so much. To my mods who are always here holding me down, always will be appreciating you. Oh my goodness. When I tell you the girls are delivering, and I don't mean Chantel. Chantel's still eating. Oh, and running that big ass mouth. Well, no lips and big ass mouth. About Beck. We'll get to that possibly in a few days because on the 4th, Amberlynn is dropping the first vlog because she's pre-recording where it's like the first day of the breakup. So speaking of breakup, let me hit this poll real quick. Let me see the results. So what I did ask is how many vague threats do you think Amber has sent Tommy since their breakup? So 458 of you voted. 59% said over 572.4 times. 30% said 6 to 10 times, Jesus, and 10% said 1 to 5. Yeah, it's honestly, I believe it's over 10 times. Different variations, different ways of. I just know Tommy going through it over there, especially after she took the access away from Amber having the camera access. Oh, I know Tommy is having a field day over there, bitch. I just know it. Eventually, hopefully, we get that exclusive. Not with me. I upload on your own channel and I'll review it, but still. Lightning Bug, welcome to the Go Cluster. I appreciate you. Hi guys, I'm so happy to be back. AC Hill, thank you for the super chat. It's a thing of beauty when hold on. Thank you. It's a thing of beauty when Charlie's on duty. It's always a fun time when she rips chins, but she be walking a dog called Karma, her own self. That part. Let's get to it. Period. AC Hill. I appreciate you. And don't think I ain't forget. I know that's right, Fairfield County. But yeah, we're gonna have a good time. Oh, Maya May, I don't think Amber sat on the cat. Amberlynn is damn near 600 pounds, irresponsible. It's probably a version of what she said, unfortunately. But I do like to tell myself that Rarity has been found and is with a great, loving family that is able to properly care for a cat versus what Amberlynn does. Oh, Olga, thank you for the reminder. I actually remembered to bring the palette this time. You guys have heard me talk about this before. The Masquerade palette by Juvia's Place is what I used. Now, I know I always say this because I always forget a step or whatever. So what I was planning to do was do like a gradient thing and use these 3 colors, but I kind of messed up. So I only use these 2. Hopefully you can see it. These 2 here. It's like a purple and a blue. I was supposed to use all 3, but I kind of like. The thing is, normally I'm listening to some type of background, whether it be drama or whatever. And I was listening to some drama in the background while I was doing my makeup, and I got really tuned in and completely forgot I was supposed to be applying 3 colors and not 2. But I'm still happy with how it turned out. But thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see. Thank you, AC. I appreciate you. History girl, Chantel too busy letting young and young her steering wheel hit from the front to give us anything. Let me tell you something. When I heard Chantel's stomach hit the steering wheel and the horn, let me phrase that, the horn went off, my initial thought was the person from, and thank you, History Girl, for the super chat. My initial thought was that lady from the 600-pound life. For anyone who hasn't seen it, we'll be covering it probably in a few days. I really want to focus on the Amber stuff, but I got a lot of stuff to drag Chantel with, seeing that she's running her mouth per usual. But I thought of that lady from the 600-pound life episode. I think she had a black Charger. I know it was a Dodge, I believe. And every time she would get in and sometimes get out, her stomach would honk the horn. So I immediately thought of her and bust out laughing. Like, if I'm live streaming in real time and I am getting into the car and my stomach, even my titties as big as they are, if my titties hit the steering wheel and that horn goes off, I promise you, I'm ending that live stream is going down. I'm ending it and I will be coming back in 6 to 8 months. Nah, you ain't gonna catch me in 4K like that. Sorry. And I'm a big back. I ain't that type of big back. So if I was that type of big back, I promise you that stream would have ended immediately. You wouldn't even get a fucking community tab post out of me. You better look me up elsewhere. You better track my likes on social media. You won't hear a peep out of me. This is why I say bring back shame. Your stomach should not be hitting that horn ever. And then have the nerve to talk about that Uber lady, that really, really big lady who got a lot of nerve, bitch. Cheek and Tenders, thank you for being a member for 40 months. Yes, you are here, boo. Enjoy. Oh, we got a lot to get into. Oh, and I should probably, damn, y'all really coming in with the super chats. Thank you. Renifer, new to your channel, and I really enjoyed your last few lives. Thank you for great, insightful content, queen. Thank you. I'm happy you're enjoying. I'm happy. Daisy Player, I appreciate you, boo. I appreciate you. Now, I just want to say, I say this from time to time. I might make this like a constant thing. Several things can be true at once. Now, for those who don't know, Amberlynn was damn near crashing out in DMs with a creator. I call her name's Rosie, but I always forget. It's like quirky something Rosie. Somebody in one of my mods will drop her channel name. But the crazy thing is I'm forgetting her name, but I'll be watching her for real. I'll be watching her from probably a couple of times a week because she goes live damn near every day. So for those who weren't around, I think last year or maybe the year before that, there was this creator who was possibly trolling, talking about she wants to take the crown, like, of this community, meaning like the number one train wreck. And I remember when I saw her saying that, I was like, bitch, are you okay? That's not a good thing. Like, just because we call it a crown, it's not a good thing. If you're the number one focus, like, it's not good. So, like, are you okay? But that was like, I believe, a troll, whatever. So she used to be a feedie. There's a whole backstory to her. Somebody got it somewhere. There's a whole backstory to her. I am not doing the TDLR when it comes to her, but pretty much she used to be a feedie, like in the feeder community. She denounced that. She's trying to change a lot with her life, I believe, even though majority of her streams is her sitting in the kitchen eating, where her brother can't come in for like most of it, but whatever. I don't know. But either way, right? So Tommy has been, putting up posts like defending herself, blah, blah, blah. This chick, Rosie, originally spoke up about Tommy because she now believes, seeing she left the community, it's very dangerous, all these things, and she wanted to warn Amber. Then now, fast forward to today, she's in Tommy's comment section pretty much saying like, some of the things that's happened to you is, messed up, which I agree with. Now, why would you comment that under Tommy's post that you yourself believe that Tommy's dangerous to Amber and all these things? Personally, I'm not going to leave a comment under anybody's posts or content, whatever channel, if I believe they're that dangerous. Can I think to myself or just simply say on my platform, like, hey, the way y'all going about this is grimy? Sure. Am I going to go out my way and even leave 5 words under a post? Personally, no. So then Amberlynn found herself within minutes in this bitch's DMs. You know how Amberlynn used to track Erica's movements? Amberlynn is tracking anything associated with Tommy online because it was record time the way she got in that girl's DMs. So they had like a back and forth. Now we're going to get into the DMs. My thing with Rosie, and I tweeted about it, Rosie, in a lot of ways, she'll say a lot if you watch her streams, like, I have self-awareness. Not enough, in my opinion, because she is Amberlynn and Shantel Light. And she made a whole video, or possibly was a stream, where she just doesn't want to be compared to Amberlynn any longer. So if you don't want to be compared to Amberlynn or connected to Amberlynn, even if you're going to watch the mess, you should probably watch it in silence. Like, there's a lot of mess that I watch in this corner of the internet and the ones that surround it. You wouldn't even know I'm watching. I'm not commenting on a fucking thing. I don't want to be associated with a lot of you pussy ass bitches. So I'm going to watch in silence. I'm going to eat my popcorn in silence. I ain't commenting on a motherfucking thing. Cause then now I'm in it when people already tried to drag me and shit. So she could have easily just watched what was going on with Tommy and Amber instead of leaving a comment. And then it ended up in a back and forth. Now, there have been a few creators who gave their opinions, and Rosie didn't like the opinions. You're messy. You're messy. You posted those DMs to get into the mess. We are going to comment. And guess what? There are going to be times you don't like what we got to say. The problem with a lot of viewers, right? Whoever's your fave, whether it be Pulpy, Milky, Zach, whoever, right? Once you insert yourself into the storyline, you don't know what we're going to say because the same criticism we could have for these people can be levied towards you too. That's why it's important to sit your ass back and just watch the content. And if you are going to be messy, interact with these people, release DMs, you need to have thicker skin, much thicker skin. Especially if we just give you a fraction or a day or two of the criticism that we've been giving these girls for years. Have thicker skin. So don't be complaining that your fave reacted this way or gave this criticism. Well, they're your fave because they were criticizing these girls this way and you respected their opinion, right? So now their opinion is levied at you. If you can't respect it, maybe you have a problem with criticism as well, similar to the girls. If you respected so much about their opinions when it comes to them, why is it so different when it comes to you? If Rosie didn't want, because I keep forgetting her name. If Rosie didn't want to be a part of this space and just wanted to expose Amber for the crazy crash out that she is, post those DMs and dip. Don't post them. Go on her channel talking about the day and all the people talking about it, all the creators talking about it, and then do a follow-up stream talking about the creators talking about it where you didn't like them. You didn't like the opinion. Sucks to suck. When you want to insert yourself into a storyline and you could have simply sat there and remained a viewer, it is what it is. It's just annoying when I see those type of responses and reactions. It will cost you nothing to sit there as a viewer and just watch the shit. It's bad enough a lot of creators try to insert themselves and can't handle the criticism. If you want to follow suit, be prepared for the criticism. It's simple. AC, yes, Rasputia. I remember people on Twitter was talking about that. I'm so behind. That is what Chantel was given. Oh my goodness. Thank you for the super chat. Wild Orchid, thank you. Thank you. Wild Orchid, you know what's so funny? Because of the blue, I actually thought of your wife when I was doing this. Well, I mean that like respectfully. There's something you understand. And I'm so behind on that as well, which is so sad. But shout out to you, wifey. We will talk soon. Also, do you think Amber is looking for a girlfriend or a lifelong caretaker? She's looking for a lifelong caretaker, someone who she can stay in control of. That's what Amber's looking for. She's not looking for a partner. She's looking for a caregiver or caretaker, whatever you want to call it. Thank you. T, thank you, boo. Biting the hand that wipes her. Literally. Thank you. Amber is so selfish, inconsiderate, and stupid. Because let me tell you something. If my partner used to wipe my crusty ass neck, wipe my coochie and my ass that I couldn't reach after surgery, Lord knows what they smelt. And if my choker looked like it was, attached to my neck with Gorilla Glue due to all the dirt and grime and things that collected and they helped me with that, you wouldn't hear a peep out of me. I don't give a fuck if they on this platform talking about my mom's ashy and her breath stink. You ain't gonna hear a peep out of me if I know that's all the stuff that they used to do for me. On top of that, I mistreated them and they was doing all that for me. Not a peep. You wouldn't hear shit, I promise you. But it's Amber, so what can we expect? What can we expect? M Flow, My name is Bennett, and I ain't in it. And it will be wise for you hoes to not try to ever drag me in it ever again. Thank you, M Flo. Lindsay, thank you. Life by Rosie coming in hot. Ooh, that is actually a really good nickname. Here's the thing. I want to say too, and thank you for the super chat. I want to say too, if you like Rosie, like her. Rosie actually has said before that she apparently likes my content, which is cool. I'm not sure she's gonna like this take, but for the love of God, and I'm trying to keep up with chat. For the love of God, I beg. Rosie, don't come in this chat. Today's not necessarily a safe space for you. And if you come in this bitch trying to throw a tantrum in any sort of way, you're gonna be real mad. So please, hopefully she's busy scooting around the kitchen or taking up more room in the house that her brother apparently can't go in half the time. But just please, please, I beg. And yes, I'll be watching her content. I love background noise. I love dipping in everything. That's the truth. If there's anybody who's tuned in to a lot of shit that goes on in this corner, it's me, and I love that for me. But girl, I need you to stand up and just do something. Go for a walk, please, because I rarely see her leave that kitchen. It's giving Chantel in the villa without the crackhead like activities, but still. AC, wait, Tommy. Sorry, I'm not an Amber fan. So she's no. Tommy, sorry, AC Ho. No, Tommy is Amber's ex-girlfriend. That's just her nickname. Her real name, they talked about it, is actually I normally don't like saying it because I never heard, I don't think I've heard Amber say it, but no, Tommy's a woman. Tommy's Amber's ex. Um, her and Amber got together 2 months after Tommy's fiance had passed, unfortunately. So they got together about 2 months afterwards, and Tommy's ex actually died close to 1,000 pounds. So a lot more has come out where Tommy has engaged in feeder activities. So that's why we legit be calling her a feeder because she is. And then Amber calls it rumors when it's not, it's a fact. But here we are. Here we are. So, yes. Let's see. No, I'm not kidding. Christy, I'm not kidding. She literally just be scooting around her kitchen, cooking. And the thing with her is just like if you left the feeder community, like great, like, for taking those steps to maybe have a longer chance at life because at her house she shouldn't be in that community anyways. But anyways, like good for her. But my thing is like a lot of your content can still appeal to that community because all she does is sit there and eat. Like she cooks, eats, mopes, complains. And if she has some shit going on with her job, bitch, let me tell you, Rosie is a messy bitch. She had this thing going on with her job where she was offering them rides and then like charge them, her coworkers. And then there was something that went off between them. And I think she left the coworkers in a parking lot. And then I believe she pulled a Karen and went to HR, I think, to cover herself or something like that. Let me tell you something. If you offer me a ride and I'm paying you or there's a misunderstanding, whatever, and you leave me in some random parking lot, next day at work, you're going to have to see me. You're going to have to see me. You left me in a parking lot and I was expected to be dropped off in front of my door. I don't know what the weather, who knows how far my home was? Who knows if I could get in contact with somebody? You left me there. Rosie looked tall, but baby, I hope you can fight. You would have to see me. Like, bitch, I'm telling you, that bitch messy. That bitch messy. Like, you would have to see me, oh. Just Jamie, thank you for being a member for 30 months. I don't see much difference between Rosie, ALR, and FU to be. I mean, why do you think I'll be tuned in? She's just flying under the radar for now. I followed her for weight loss content and then I realized, yeah, I think she let it go. I don't know what happened. I don't know if she discussed it. Thank you again for being a member for 30 months. I don't know if she discussed why she stopped the weight loss content. And listen, it's me. I ain't against nobody stopping. Just make the decision and keep it off. But I don't know if she ever discussed the reason, but it's just like, bitch, you crazy. AC, when it comes to I have Rosie, I have autism as well, but I don't look for the mess. Oh, gotcha. Thank you, boo. Rosie? The thing with her, you got to catch her on some good streams because there is entertainment factor there. And when I say entertainment, I don't mean that a good thing for her. I mean, as far as a viewer looking for entertainment. And thank you, Boo. Thank you, AC. I just, she should have never, ever made that statement that she wanted to be like the new queen or whatever. Because that's why I started paying attention. Like, who is this bitch? Are you okay? Why the fuck would you want that, dummy? And then like her vibe, like there was a few times that I tuned in. I'm like, damn, I like this chick's vibe. But then the longer you stay, it's just like, oh, you just know how to talk faster. You could read a little better too. Because she could read down sometimes. And it's just like, oh, you talk faster. Okay, you seem like you cool, but really you just another Shantel and Amber. Now we know. Now we know. Oh my goodness. Golden Gains. Did you see her get upset? Well, you might not even know who Rosie is. Sorry, but let me not assume. So the other day when she was a bit upset about reactors who had different takes about her in the DMs with Amber. She was so upset at the term death fat. Bitch, it ain't that deep. Who cares? Like, I don't give a fuck about that shit. She was upset that I believe Yaba uses this term debt fat, but she said like a few things about Yaba or whatever. She was just pretty much like, and I was just like, oh girl, excuse the fuck out of me. But she was mostly upset about Zach's take, which I thought was like respectful, but she felt that Zach was fake and all these other things. And it kind of reminds me when Amber in her mind created in her mind that she was like friends with Zach. And then when Zach criticized Amber, Amber then felt like Zach was all these things. Like if Zach simply has a conversation with you, that doesn't mean Zach is your friend. So Zach may be your fave, but that doesn't mean Zach was your friend. So it's just like, oh, Zach is fake. Zach is this. But Zach wasn't fake when Zach's been criticizing Amber and Shantel, but Zach is now fake because y'all exchanged GMs and now they decide to criticize you. Are you sure? Sounds similar to what happened with Amber, but hurt that Zach is not their friend. The fuck? Luminous Beats, thank you, boo. Thank you for the super chat. I'm so happy to be here. I love you, Charlie. I appreciate you, boo. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Now, psych ward. I'm telling you, there be some similarities with all these women. And I know Rosie don't want to hear that. But baby, I see the similarities, and you should kind of make sure you create a bigger gap because she's rolling around the kitchen like she's Chantal eating. And then she did a couple of drunk streams, and I think it was around New Year's or it might have been the holidays. And I thought to myself, it took everything in me not to type in her chat like, bitch, this ain't what you want to do. Do not keep drinking on stream. This ain't the look you think it is. I didn't type it because, again, I like to watch this shit in silence. But there's times I got to sit on my hands like, oh, girl, this is not what you want to do. I promise you. And then I was really tuned. I'm going to really get started on this. Look at 30 minutes in. That's the problem. I could talk too much. 30 minutes in. I got to do timestamps for this one. So she was talking to some guy named London Boy or whatever. Bitch, I was tuned. Listen, I like when train wrecks, start, new love lives and new relationships and shit. So I was tuned. I was like, oh, who's London Boy? Okay. Tell us more. And then it was just like, bitch, you ain't even put a hand on. This is when she used to vlog. And I was just like, oh, that was such a letdown. The thing is that whole season went by so fast. I couldn't even tell you cliff notes of the London Boy thing. But I was just like, oh, let me know. Because I'm nosy. I love that shit. So I was just like, here for the London Boy tea. And it was just such a letdown. I was like, girl, get back on a dating app, bitch. Deliver. The fuck? I was mad tuned. She didn't know I was tuned in, but entertain, dummy. Oh, it was a lot. It was a lot. I'll tell you this, baddie. Rosie better keep that fucking energy for somebody else because this ain't what she want. My opinion, I said what the fuck I said. Just like Rosie claimed she likes my take on things. Again, she probably ain't gonna like this one, which is fine. But watch your P's and Q's over here. Because if I add you to my dog walking services, you're gonna be mad. So let's get into Granted, have your opinion. I'm just saying, I don't want to make it seem like people can't have their opinion on me. It's just, please know what you're getting when it's directed over here. But let's get into the DMs between Rosie and Amber. Amber crashing out like this is expected, but it's just like, bitch, you are not new to the internet. And you already knew Rosie was messy. What the fuck you DMing her about? I want to remind people as well, and I tweeted about this. Amberlynn was also happy. She participated in being a mistress to a married woman. Rosie, a lot can be said about that, but Rosie left a comment under a single woman's post. The poster was a single woman. What you sliding in her DMs for? See, and Amber be choosing the right ones because I would have cleared that bitch. That bitch would have hated me. Because now I would have sent, actually, no, I ain't gonna go because I know she's not a feedie anymore. But if I was that messy or if I was Rosie, now I would have sent Tommy some fucking titty pictures with me with fucking chocolate syrup or caramel on them. Now what? Now I'm really go after your bitch. Now I'm gonna really do that. I don't think Rosie's that messy, and I know she's used to be a feedie, so that doesn't fit into her new lifestyle. But if she sat there and poured chocolate syrup, caramel, and whipped cream all over her titties and sent that shit to Tommy, and then 2 months later was sitting on Tommy's face, you would have been real mad. You've been real mad. Tommy's trying to take attention away from her, and you sitting there crashing out because somebody left a single comment saying, yeah, what's happening to you is fucked up. Bitch, you're so dumb. So dumb. But yeah, let me get into the Rosie DMs and then we'll get into Amberlynn's members stream. Oh, with the member stream, literally it's just one small portion I wanted to talk about because that shit almost put me to sleep. I was streaming in Discord, and the only reason I was still up and didn't fall asleep is because everybody else in Discord was like engaging and giving me something to talk about. That shit literally, I didn't need melatonin that night. Y'all paying $10 for that shit? Okay. So this is the thread that Rosie posted on the 25th. Yeah, Quirky Love Rosie. That's what it is. And I know y'all said that in the chat. It's just I always forget to say the whole name, but I just call her Rosie because that's her name. So we're going to go over some of them. So this is the comment that Rosie left under Tommy's post. This is honestly really gross to do to Rarity. Some people really need to touch grass. You've broken up with Amber. At this point, girl world needs to leave you alone, which I agree. Literally, what else can you do? You did the thing they claim they wanted. This is just wrong and mentally deranged. Again, agreed. Just so you know, most people online are sharing that sentiment, whether they like you or not. Facts. This seems like an isolated weirdo looking for girl world clout. Now, this is in reference to somebody making up fake screenshots, pretty much saying that like Amberlynn sat on Rarity, and y'all know how trolls are. Tommy still hasn't learned. There's certain things that it's not necessarily necessary to address. Granted, were some people running with it, yeah, but it's just like once you're on the internet long enough, you realize if you truly believe some weird ass shit about me, believe it, bitch. At this point, just believe it. Believe it. It is what it is. And it's well, Tommy's apparently out the picture. Why Amberlynn hasn't really practiced that all these years? Well, because she likes to lean into rage baiting. I just answered my own question. Forget it. Christy, welcome back, boo. Welcome back. I appreciate you. Kiwi girl, welcome to the Gold Cluster. Now let's get back into it. So that's the comment. And it did not take long for Amberlynn's big back to be in her DMs. Oh, I forgot. I'm supposed to be pulling this up on my phone. Now, this might not be clear on your end. It was the best that I could do so the editing can still look good. So I'm just going to read it to y'all. So the gray is Amber and the purple is Rosie. So Amberlynn at 3:54 p.m. decided to comment or DM, commenting on Tommy's Instagram, sticking up for her isn't going to make her slide into your DMs. Weren't you the one warning me about Tommy? Girl, bye. I promise you the next response, I would have cleared that bitch. But that's not what happened here. What happened is that Rosie responded, "Yo, I promise you, I don't want your girlfriend. I think the rarity message is nasty." Amber responded, "We aren't together anymore. T. It is. People are fucking psychotic." Rosie responded, "You're right. Your ex." I ain't gonna lie, I giggled at that one. I giggled a little bit at that response. I was just like, okay, you shady. You shady bitch. I like that one. And then Amberlynn respond, "Correct. Period." You know when people try to eat with one or two words? I think that's what Amberlynn was trying to do, but Rosie already did it. So, anyways, Rosie responded, "Amber, the fact that you're more upset about this than the fact that rarity messages happened is wild. Why are you DMing me?" Amberlynn responded, "Girl, two things can happen at once." Apparently not. The two things that need to happen at once when it comes to Amberlynn is being in therapy and possibly losing some weight. Being in therapy and not mistreating a partner. Being in therapy, notice the trend? Being in therapy needs to be one of the two things that Amberlynn does at once. Be actively in therapy and also maintaining your hygiene regularly. Be in therapy and also take care of your pets. Be in therapy. See, there's many things that can happen. Two things can happen at once. DMing someone crashing out should not be one of them. You got bigger fish to fry, bitch. And I ain't talking about you. But yeah, you get my point. Like, crashing out in somebody's DM because they left a comment, and she used to be a feedie. Now, if she decided to really turn this around and be messy and engage in that shit again just to spite you, you'd have been real mad. Real mad. Now, the next set of messages. Let's move on from those. The next set of messages was Rosie saying, "I tell Emily to her face." Oh, well, that's her name. But anyways, "I tell Emily to her face I don't agree with her, but I'm not in her DMs. So it's up to her if she's in mine." Now, when she said this, right, I was just like, what do you mean it's up to her if she's in mine? Is she in your DMs? Maybe I read into it too much, but I was just like, ma'am, let me know. I know you won't like me much after this, but let me know. I'm nosy. So when she said that, I was like, interesting. And then here goes Amber. "She's not even in your DMs. You literally followed her. Like, what?" Amber, how the fuck would you know who a single woman, your ex-girlfriend, how would you know whose DM she's in right now? I bet she didn't know she was in DMs with someone telling them that Amber was threatening her. I bet she didn't know Tommy was in somebody's DM saying that she got mad shit on Amber if she tried her. So how do you know? Is it wishful thinking or are we tracking something? Because if she's so sure about her not being in Rosie's DMs, why didn't you know about those other messages that seem like to blindside her? Are we sure she's not in Rosie's DMs? Because that was a very bold statement. That could have went left for her ass real quick. But then Rosie responded, "Yeah, because I knew she would private and she did. Your jealousy is wild. I don't want your ex, dude. Do you know how stupid I'd look?" I mean, to be fair, to be a bit objective, Rosie does look stupid from time to time on the platform as is. So, I mean, just to sprinkle a little more stupidity on there, I mean, would it really hurt something? So it's just like, but I understand what she's saying. I understand what she's trying to say, but it's just like, girl, I don't want you to think you don't look crazy and stupid from time to time on the platform as it is. But she said, I'm anti-feederism. This is important. She said to Amber, "I'm anti-feederism. I don't want Emily. This convo is fucking weird." Amberlynn responded, "What's the point in following her?" Bitch, she just called Tommy a feeder. Did you want to address that? You so focused on tracking who's following her because you see Rosie's size, you see she's probably Tommy's type. You so focused on that, this bitch just called your ex a feeder, and you sat on this platform crying, sobbing, damn near throwing up, calling all this rumors, and she just called her a feeder. Did you want to correct that? Oh no. Okay. She responded to her post, pretty much saying her post breakups, her following post breakups, pretty much Rosie wanting to be messy, which understood. I like being messy too. Do it from afar. Be smarter, dummy. Following doesn't equal flirting. I'm 33 and I act like this. And I act like it. I'm going to read that again, actually. Following doesn't equal flirting. Agreed. I'm 33 and act like it. Disagree. Again, I watch Rosie. If I didn't know her age, I would not say she's 33 based on her actions and behavior. Based on how she looks, I could see it. And I'm not saying Rosie's an ugly girl because I don't think Rosie's ugly. So don't take it like that because I don't believe Rosie's ugly. She looks her age, you know. She don't act 33 though. Based on the content I see on her channel. Am I entertained from time to time? Absolutely. That's why I keep going back and clicking on them live streams when I have the time. But when she said I act it, I'm just like, see, you like to say you have a lot of self-awareness, Rosie. If I had $5 for every time Rosie has said that on her channel, I'd have a lot of money. I couldn't even think of nothing. Point is, it's just like, sometimes you lack self-awareness. Sometimes you do, just my opinion. But yeah. So that was that convo. Let's move on to the next. Let's see. Okay. So, she followed up saying, I act my age, blah, blah, blah. You heard that she might slide in your DMs by a troll, and then you go follow her, and on top of that, comment on her page, like that's sus. Amber, she's single. She's single. What's happening? She's single. And it don't matter if Rosie sat on her platform and said she wanted to suck the soul out of Tommy. At the end of the day, Tommy's a single woman. And if Tommy decides to follow Rosie, slide in Rosie's DMs, that's an issue with Tommy. So I'm so confused on why all this energy is aimed at Rosie when it really comes down to you don't trust the fact that your girl, your ex-girl, is probably going to move on fast. Because let's not forget, Tommy moved on from her late partner dying within 2 months. Seeing that Amberlynn is not dead and she just seems fed up with the harassment, Tommy's probably on the next bitch as we speak. Tommy is probably slipping and sliding over somebody's belly as we speak. Because it took her only 2 months to move on from a late partner she was also in love with. Imagine a partner who's still alive and she just wanted to move on. Just saying. She's pouring Crisco on somebody's neck and back and ass as we speak. And if she's not doing it right now, she did it last night. I'm not saying it's Rosie, but the fuck? Dummy? Let's get back to these. Rosie responded, since when do you trust trolls? Girl, Oh, wait, is that my internet? Anyways, she said, since when do you trust trolls? Girl, you've been at this for 11 years. You don't think you think you stopped falling for this bullshit. Been at this. Amber responded, I don't trust trolls. That's the point. I'm saying you fell for their bullshit and followed Tommy in hopes she'd slide in your DMs. Now, I will say I actually partly believe that. I believe that Rosie is that messy, even though the comment that she left underneath the post wasn't necessarily giving that. I just believe from watching Rosie, and there's nothing wrong with wanting to watch mess, but Rosie sometimes seems like the person who throws rocks and hides her hands. And it's just like, oh my God, no, stop comparing me to Amber. I want to, detach. Like, please don't. I don't want nothing with this community. But then you do stuff like this. So would Rosie be giddy if Tommy did end up sliding in her DMs? Yeah. I don't believe for a second that there wasn't a small part of Rosie that wanted that. Rosie wanted to be part of the mess, in my opinion. That's what I believe. But that's just my assumption. I don't have facts with that. But I think Rosie likes mess more than she wants to admit because she can't handle the commentary, the criticism that comes from being in the mess. Miss Hussey's Gucci scarf. Thank you for the super chat. Please not Tommy slipping and sliding on someone else's belly. I'm dead. Tell me that does not sound realistic based on the things that have come out about Tommy. Let's be for real. Thank you so much for the super chat. I'm telling you. And next week, she probably is going to be bouncing on somebody's belly like a trampoline. Amber knows what's up. Tommy's about to move on like immediately. She better hope it's not a creator. Can you imagine if Tommy was to move on with another public figure? And you know it wouldn't take long for this corner of the internet to find out. Could you imagine if she moved on with a public figure versus like just a regular person who's not, with no internet presence? Oh, Amber would crash the fuck out. She would crash out. It would be a sight to see. It would be a sight to see. Let me get back to these messages. Where was I? Okay. And then Rosie did link the interview that she did with the channel We're All Insane. It was titled Groomed into Feederism. And just so we're clear, like, again, she's changed a lot with her life, apparently, and stuff like that. But when it comes to this podcast, this episode for Rosie is what losing 89 lbs is for Amber. Any chance she gets, she's going to bring up this episode that she did about feederism, this podcast episode. Any chance Rosie gets, she's going to bring it up. I promise you. So the fact that she made this, she linked this in the DMs was no shock to me. What she said with it was, hold on. I can't express how stupid I would look if I ever entertained Emily. And that's when she linked the Groomed into Feederism podcast episode. She goes, this is me. Girl, we know. Amberlynn knows. Anybody who has watched Rosie for 5 minutes knows about this podcast episode. Trust me, she knows. But yeah, I don't fuck with feeders any longer. You should have finished the sentence any longer. But anyways, I have no reason to entertain her. And I already, frankly, don't like that people connect me to you. Then why leave the comment? Why leave the comment? At this point, bitch, you've been on the internet how long? You should have at least had a sock account. If you got to get your feelings out that much, get a sock account. Why leave the comment? Rosie knows what a sock account is. She's been on the internet long enough. There's a reason she left that comment under her main account that most of her viewers probably know about. Anyways, so have fun being angry over nothing, dude. I'm over this convo. Amberlynn responded, girl, you did entertain her by following her and commenting the day after we broke up. Bitch, hold on. That's a lot of tracking. Oof. Amber, stand up, bitch. Stand up. Like, try to not look so pathetic. It's giving desperate. Have a good day. Bye. Amber just called Rosie desperate. After everything we've seen, she calls Rosie desperate. Granted, multiple things could be true at once, but Amber, you should have left that in the drafts. Now the next one. Now with this, Rosie responded actually, and then a screenshot of, I guess, Tommy liking one of her posts where I don't know what Rosie was doing in this screenshot. She might have been dancing or something, whatever. But she said, look at the timestamp. I was sent like 2 minutes ago. If that was sent to Rosie 2 minutes ago, it was probably sent to her by someone in her Discord that's already being messy because they're already discussing it. There's no way somebody was sending that in real time while having this exchange with Amber. So chances are Rosie's in DMs with Amber, letting people in her Discord know they're being messy, trying to get her more mess, and she's relaying it back to Amber to also still get a reaction from Amber. So as much as Rosie's sitting here like, why are you acting like this? You're also sending her things that you know could possibly trigger her. Because why did she need to know that Tommy liked something from her way back when? Again, if you're gonna be messy and own it. Don't throw rocks and hide your hand, or stones, whatever it is. Don't be messy and then clutch your pearls. That's a better way to say it. Don't be messy and then clutch your pearls. That shit is weird to me. You're messy, Rosie. You are messy, and it's okay coming from a messy bitch. I get it. I don't do that type of mess. However, if you are going to be messy and you don't like how people respond to it, lesson learned, let's not do it again. Or get thicker skin and then lean the fuck in because you're not as innocent as you like to portray. You're very messy. I believe you're calculated, and you're more similar to Amber and Shantel than you'd like to admit. Or maybe you do admit it. Maybe she does admit she can relate to certain things. But there are other things that are similar that I think she will continue to just deny. When the truth is, bitch, y'all similar. Minka, thank you for being a member for 23 months. That was a capture from another user's page that covers to Rosie's. Oh, really? Yeah, because I didn't know the context. Thank you. Look at Tenacious. She sent it to herself. Too convenient. Yeah, it just it's just like girl, play that game with somebody else. Please play that game with somebody else. But that's pretty much the DMs. Messy as hell. Rosie over there complaining about Zach and a little bit about Yaba too, and all these things. Just like thicker skin. You wanted to be part of the storyline. You were here. Not too long ago, you was trolling. You wanted the crown. Keep it up. I'm not saying you're gonna get the crown because to top crackheads is very hard, and I don't wish that on her. Truthfully, I don't want another crackhead error from somebody different. Like if it's Shantel, go back on crack, go ahead. But just remain a viewer. Remain a viewer. This ain't for everybody. Everyone who tries to write themselves, I've never seen someone actually, now I think about it, maybe you guys can remind me, have you seen someone intentionally try to write themselves into the storyline and react normally or decently when it comes to the criticism that goes their way? No. Aisha, no. Shannon, that crackhead, no. Shit, even what's her name? What's her friend? Alexis, no. FFG, hell no. Who else be Missy Moo? No. Yeah. Let's remain viewers that give our opinions, whether it be behind content, channels of our own, or viewers within comments, chats, social media. Because when you try to write yourself into the storyline, it never is going to always give the response you want it to be. It's almost as if you could sit the fuck back and just watch. Please. For the love of God. Oh, yeah. Natter and Dee Dee. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Roman. That. A mess. But so we're going to get into Amber's member stream. So there's a bit of confusion when it comes to the streams. I'm going to play clips from it. I know I'm covered. Like I actually know how to cover members only streams. It's actually not that different from regular content. You just got to be able to provide certain things. So if Amber strike me, bitch, we're going to court. Oh, could you imagine if me and Amber you know how there's already a shit ton of legal battles in this corner of YouTube? Could you imagine if me and Amber have our own like legal arc? Oh, bitch, she would hate me. She would hate me. I would personally, actually, I don't know if copyright always happens in person. I actually don't know that, but hopefully it does. I would literally stream for 24 hours if I had to raise the money to hire a videographer. I would vlog that day. You would get angles of me, angles of Amber, unedited, bitch. The get ready with me would be me going to the salon because I would get a lace front. Because I'm gonna show out. I would get a lace front. I'll do my own makeup, but I would get a lace front. We could do a get ready with me. I'd probably post a vlog of me picking out the outfit for the court date. Oh, bitch, I would deliver. Could you imagine? Actually, Amber, go ahead, strike, bitch. Make sure you take me to court, though. Like, I'm tired of getting strikes and people don't take me to court. Oh, but yeah, let's get into Amber's member stream. Again, majority of it, whack as fuck. The only part I care about is the Alexis and Becky part, where she talks about Alexis, Becky, and some of Erica. And again, don't mix up Emily and Erica. Emily's Tommy. Erica is the married woman that was cheating on her wife with Amber, a 600-pound troll on YouTube. Yep. But outside of that, I promise y'all would be put to sleep. Granted, am I gonna catch the next member's stream that she has on Tuesday with my Discord? Absolutely, because Tuesday is when she posts the first vlog about that breakup, and every member is probably gonna be talking about that. So, bitch, do not put us to sleep on Tuesday. And by us, I mean me and my community. Do not put us to sleep. I beg. I'm paying $10, and I might actually let me take the moment to point out the hypocrisy. Because I be dragging y'all for putting money directly in these bitches' pockets, especially Shantel. So for me, I am one of the creators who is directly putting $10 in the pocket of Amberlynn Reid monthly. I took one for the team for my community so that I could stream it for my Discord. Because I'll be damned if a whole bunch of y'all go pay that $10. I took the hit. I stream it for y'all. That's just what it is. So does that make me a hypocrite for directly putting money in Amberlynn's pocket? Yes. So I want to make that very clear. I'm a hypocrite, and it is what it is. Again, pick and choose what you're a hypocrite about. Anyways.
What does that mean? Alexis will boil a rabbit? I feel like you have a history of people being messed up to you when things end, whether it's friendship with Alexis. That's definitely something like I've noticed too, because it's like I have a lot, like genuinely, I have a lot of dirt on Alexis, and I haven't said a single thing about her. I need people to like focus in on this, and I wish I could like scream it and shake.
I wish I could shake Amber's big ass. If you are going to keep saying that, drop it. Here's the truth. The moral of all this is, even though we're going to watch all of it, the moral of all this is Amber could say whatever she wants. I have this info. I have that info on Alexis, Beck, or what's her name? Erica? Yeah, Erica. The truth is, nothing she says is going to overshadow whatever they say about her. And she knows that. So she could throw these vague things out there like, oh, I don't do this. I don't do that. Bitch, it doesn't matter. It's not going to overshadow what they have on her. So cut the shit. So instead of you constantly saying, oh, I have this info that I don't mention it, or shut the fuck up. Shit or get off the pot. It's simple. It is that simple. I know hibiscus, but I had to take one for the team. I really had to take one for the team. Because if I heard too many people in my Discord pay for that, I would have felt some type of way. Granted, it's your money, do what you want. But it's just like, y'all already support me for being in Discord. I could take one for the team. It ain't that deep. Hypocrite, yes. Deep, no. I like my money. Oh, I respect it. That's why I took one for the team. That's why I took it. So on Tuesdays, as long as Amberlynn keeps up with the streams, I'll be streaming it for y'all. So if y'all in the Discord, just look out for the alerts. I tag everyone, and we're going to take in that boring ass 2-hour stream together. Jesus. When I tell y'all, and low key, so when I stream this time, because I stream other shows or whatever, I can easily like roll one up, have a drink, whatever, because I'm streaming in Discord, I'm relaxed. I'll be just kicking it with y'all. I am so happy I did not smoke that night. I would have fell the fuck asleep. Combining smoking and watching Amberlynn's member stream, I would have been knocked out. That stream would have ended, and y'all would have been tagging me like, Charlie, you there? Charlie? Hello? Bitch, I would have been knocked the fuck out. Oh my God.
Get into people's like faces. I was friends with Alexis for a year. We talked all day, every day. Like I was her person, she was my person. And you guys think that I don't have any tea on her?
So the only thing that I really have to say about
Alexis' response right here.
this is, Amberlynn, if you have so much to spill on me, spill it. You and I both know that people don't care what others say about me, and people are only interested in me because of what I know about you.
Correct, because you're actually fake and phony yourself. It's just I do enjoy the entertainment as long as you know. Just deliver the tea. Outside of that, you fake and phony. But go ahead. I appreciate the entertainment though. Carry on.
But I encourage you to share with the class because I promise you that nothing that you could say about me amounts to anything that everyone says about you.
Alexis ate that down. That right there, what she just said, ate that down. Clocked her.
Come on.
Now, hold on. I just want to make sure I answer that. I'm gonna get better with this because I think I forgot to do it on the last one. So if I don't, no, I'm gonna do it. I need to get better with it. I'm going to link a video because all you have to do is connect your Discord to your YouTube channel that has the membership, and it will let you right in. There's a short, like 2-minute video that I found that walks you right through it. I'll have it linked when I end the stream. I need to get better with doing that. But yeah, once you become Supreme or higher, you have access to the Discord, and then I'll connect that video. Thank you, Petty Fetty. Thank you for the super chat. All 20 people in the live were reacting to D-Lady. Stop. D-Lady, I thought the same thing. I know it was all of us. And that's how it should be. I don't give a fuck if I sound like a hater. That's how it should be. Because fuck that bitch. Thank you for the super chat. It's so true. Oh my goodness. Lauren loves the Lord. Thank you for becoming a member. Let me make sure. Why am I not keeping up the way I should be? Thank you for becoming a member, boo. Okay, let's get back into it.
I have so much tea. I have so many things I could say, but I don't.
Because
But I
have
don't.
much. You don't have much.
But I don't. And that goes for anybody. Yes, after Beck broke up with me, I did speak about them. I did.
A
A
lot.
couple times.
Mm-hmm.
I did.
Mm-hmm.
Once they made it very clear, do not speak about me. They also kind of threatened me to sue me, of course.
Amberlynn was throwing out lawsuits to reactors as well. Amberlynn should just have never spoken about Beck after the breakup. Like, that would have been the wisest thing to do. All the money that Amber made during them live stream days with Beck and only gave Beck, what, a couple of $100, and we gonna go over that? Bitch, you're fucking dumb. You dumb as hell. Let me find this comment. Golden Gains. Listen, I like Alexis mess too. I do. It's just there's a lot of things with Alexis that it's like corny. And I genuinely do believe the way she ran to Amber's ops after their friendship went downhill. I don't care who the person is. I will always side eye you when you do that. So she fake and phony, entertaining, messy, but fake and funny. I wouldn't tell that bitch what I had to eat for breakfast. I wouldn't even, bitch, if y'all was a whole bunch of Alexises, I wouldn't have told y'all what the fuck this eyeshadow palette is. You gonna have to guess with every part of my life. What lip liner am I wearing? Wouldn't tell you. When it comes to bitches like that, I can't tell you shit. Matter of fact, you wouldn't even know. Well, now you know, everyone knows what state and city I live in, but you get my point. Wouldn't tell you a fuck thing. Shit, bitch, I wouldn't even introduce you with my name. Just call me ma'am. Fuck out of here. AC Hill, damn it, Charlie, I love you, girl, but there go my damn back. I got to go soak my Oh, okay. And dance out this pain. I'll catch the next live. AC, thank you and feel better, boo. What you doing over there? What you got going on? Thank you. And don't hurt yourself. We got upcoming plans. Don't play. But let's get back into it.
I shut my trap. I genuinely did. But it's like, yes, me and Beck did not have a great relationship. I was unhinged. I am fully accountable of that. Like,
How has Amber manipulated you?
Let's start with some of that unhinged behavior. Because for those who don't remember, Beck did the Q&A, and there's a lot of things. This will remind y'all why even in a members only stream, Amber shouldn't have brought up Beck. Just leave Beck out your mouth. Granted, do what you want. I'm here for it. Thank you for giving me the content. But bitch, you really should have sat there and just figured out who's going to wash your neck. sat there, well, she didn't eat food. I think she what's that thing she did? Not the stickers. Was it a vision board? Whatever. She got some weird shit, and then she did that shit with food wrappers, whatever. Anyways, yeah, you should have sat there and just did anything else than speak on Beck. You dumb as fuck. I'll message you on Twitter later. It's a whole mess. Yes, message me, AC. Thank you, boo. Little Al, you know Amberlynn likes to use different words. She doesn't actually like accountability. Of course she's gonna say that. Unhinged instead of what it was. Abusive. Again, I don't care how they sound. The next partner needs to strike back, or I'm gonna be pissed. I don't give a fuck what that sound like on my big platform. Fuck that. I keep it real on my big platform. Strike back. The last one did, and that bitch was on the floor. Little Aussie, thank you for being a member for 5 months, boo. Looking beautiful, ma'am. Thank you. I hope you and the little one are doing great. Can y'all give some love to little Aussie in the chat, please? I don't know if she's a new mom, but I know she recently had a new baby. So throw some love in the chat for little Aussie for me, please. Thank you. Alrighty.
What did she say to get you into the relationship? Well, I wanted to start off very slow, and I was moving too slow for her.
Ooh. Now, I want you to pay attention to this with what Beck is saying, because this is not the first time we hear this. And I will connect the two later on the stream. You'll see.
So one day she was just like, there's a line of people who want to be with me. So if you're not going to be with me, then you need to leave.
There was a line of people that wanted to be with Amber when Beck was getting to know Amber. Where was this line of people? And how much you want to bet she was talking about a few trolls that was DMing her on Instagram? A line of people wanted to get with Amber, so Amber was rushing Beck to get in a relationship. That's crazy. Even on Amber's best looking days on this platform, there's no way you're going to have me believe there was a line of people looking to genuinely get to know and be exclusive with Amber. Fuck out of here. And poor Beck fell for that shit. So crazy. K-Sis, sorry. K-Sis, welcome to the Go Cluster. I appreciate you. Daisy Player, thank you for the super chat, boo. I want to know what Jade has on ALR. Daisy. If Jade ever came around, I want to actually let me finish this, and I'm gonna tell you all exactly where I'd be a hypocrite, and I will own it. I want to know what Jade has on ALR. She's the one who made a clean break, and the only one that Amber won't talk about. ALR bullied everyone else. Let me tell you something right now. I don't do the conversations with people in their real life. I don't do none of that. You an ex, you an old friend, bitch, upload a video, I'll react to it. You don't need to come over here. Thank you. Stay far away. But when it comes to Jade, baby, I am ready. When I tell you I would get Oprah, Gail, Wendy Williams a run for their money, I would study the fuck out of that content for the time that they was in a relationship to give y'all the best interview possible. Oh, Jade, if you ever want to come forward, and if you want to do it during Black History Month, by all means, I am here. I'm gonna have to clock you a few times myself. I gotta remain true to me and be real. But by all means, my Black sister, if you want to talk to anyone, answer a few questions, I am here. And that now makes me a hypocrite. It didn't happen yet, but technically, I'm entertaining the idea. Oh, I am here. I am ready. Because, baby, I know Jade knows some shit. I know it. Oh, I just know there's some skeletons. Oh, I forgot. I'm supposed to be liking the super chats over here. Sorry, y'all. I'll get better with this. Yeah, no, I'm still getting back into the swing of streaming. Foreigner Cargo, welcome. I see that you are supreme. Make your way into the Discord if you are comfortable. But, bitch, you know how we be missing Wendy Williams? Because, baby, when I tell you if Wendy Williams was okay And on our screens, when Diddy got locked the fuck up, I would have been tuned in all week. I miss Wendy Williams so much. Everything that's happened with Diddy, everything that has happened over the last 2024 would have been Wendy's year, bitch. Starting with Cat Williams. Oh, I can't stand her fucking family. I definitely can't stand her fucking husband. Jesus. Oh, when I tell, listen, Loveless, when I tell you I would give you memes, I would give you sound bites, I would give you tea. Oh, Jade, again, I respect you staying away, but if you see this for any reason, my sister, I am here.
Me and Beck did not have a great relationship. I was unhinged.
When did I realize you needed to end things with Amber? What was the
Let's talk about another example of Amberlynn being unhinged when really she means controlling and abusive. Go ahead.
final straw in the relationship? There was one day where she had started pretending to be me in text messages in because
Instead of pretending to be Beck in text messages, she should have been messaging a therapist, messaging a nutritionist, messaging anyone who can help her. But she's sitting there. That's the thing. If Amber put as much effort into trying to be controlling of other people and put it towards controlling and having some sense of control over her own fucking life, she wouldn't be in these same cycles. She still wouldn't be damn near 600 pounds or whatever she is. It might be the low 500s, but we can round up. That's a big bitch. Messaging somebody acting like Becky. When's the last time you messaged a doctor? Lord knows, due to her diagnosis, she wasn't messaging no damn gyno. We know that. Message everything, doing everything but what you need to be doing. Crazy. Fuck. Message doctor now.
I had had a group message with Eric and Ricky that we had had for years, and we had had it long before I'd even known who Amber was. And she was mad that she wasn't added to that one, that she had been added to a new one that we created for all four of us. And so she was pretending to be me, asking for her to be put in our old friend group one from years ago. And they automatically knew that it wasn't me.
How embarrassing. Imagine being Becky in this situation. Your best friend is clocking that your girlfriend is pretending to be you to get put into this group chat that was already existing prior to her. Just imagine, it's bad enough going through that and someone trying to be that controlling, but also to have those awkward conversations with your best friends. Like doing everything but turning her fucking life around.
But they could tell that it was her, and me and her just got into a big argument about that, and it was so bad that we just ended up going to sleep. We were in the living room. I was on one chair and she was on the couch, and we
Honestly, Daisy Player, the reason that they probably knew it was her is because she probably copy and pasted the wrong journal entry. She probably copied and pasted it into that. Either that or she accidentally turned one of the paragraphs into a poem. Amberlynn probably told on herself bad. Matter of fact, Beck, if you don't mind, clarify how they knew it was her. I bet you it was the most Amberlynn thing that made them realize it was her. Dumbass. I just could see it now. It was probably some dumb shit.
went to sleep for a really long time, and when we woke up, we started fighting again, and then I ended up going to my family's that weekend. And that's whenever I decided that I didn't want to continue being in this talk.
Sky, you guys like literally need to let me into this group chat type deal. No. I got you, Sky. You guys literally need to let Amber into this group chat type deal with the kissy face. Literally, she probably said literally. That's not funny. Because that's probably accurate as fuck. Damn, Amber's a dumb bitch. Remember when she was pretending back in the day to be Damon White? Amber was trying to cosplay as a gay black man in her own hate group. If you really think about imagine a big white woman the size of a minivan trying to cosplay as a fit young black gay man in a discussion group and then being shocked that she couldn't pull it off. Yo, bitch. We need to revisit that era because does anybody have those messages? Oh my God. That's like me going into on Reddit and trying to disguise myself as Zendaya. The minute I mention what I'm about to eat for dinner, I'm exposed. Fuck out of here. Oh my God, that shit was dumb as fuck. Get back to this.
Toxic relationship anymore.
There were really good parts to our relationship. I will stand by that as well. But it wasn't the greatest. I was in such a bad spot majority of our relationship. And I regret a lot.
Did she keep you from seeing your mom and family? If not directly, how did she make you feel like you couldn't go see them as much as you wanted? Yeah, she did keep me from seeing my mom and my family a lot of times. She would try to make me feel guilty. She would, even though she would be invited to come with me, she would stay home and then purposely, try to give me a time limit when to be back, or try to make it to where I didn't go at all.
I want to make sure we take that in again. Beck's mother was dying from cancer, and Amberlynn put a time limit or would sometimes rush Beck from spending time with their dying mother. Amberlynn, who technically sets her own schedule, has one of the most privileged jobs there are, was still rushing Beck, making a shit ton of money. There was no reason for Amber to do some trifling shit like that. And that alone, I don't know why one of Beck's sisters never clocked Amber, especially the one that was coming on social media wishing crotch cancer on. That energy should have been towards Amber. That weird bitch had a lot of energy for a lot of strangers online when your sister's girlfriend was doing all that. And that crotch cancer comment didn't age well. It didn't age well. It hit closer to home, didn't it? Because it didn't hit us, dumbass. Damon White. Hello, fellow haters. Thank you for the super chat. That time, oh, I'd be so embarrassed. When I tell y'all the amount of shit that these women have done that y'all would never see me again. I don't care how much y'all tagged me on Twitter, Discord, bitch. I ain't around. Sorry. Hell no. SM, thank you for the super chat. Her actions are that of a very bored woman. This is why even if you have money, get a fun job, join a board, volunteer, or you just get weird. She reminds me of clients I've had with no social skills. That part. She doesn't, and she'll say, thank you for the super chat. She'll say, oh, I got all these hobbies. They're not helping you in any way. Building Legos doesn't do nothing for you. Coloring, putting puzzles together, sure. Let's add some more hobbies that can actually do things for us. She needs to have a hobby, in my opinion, that's outside of her home, where she has to, actually forcing her to enter, because you'd be forcing innocent people to interact with Amber. It is what it is. Just put on all the body spray and get out there. Get out there, bitch.
By making me feel bad for leaving. And then there were times where she completely forbid me from going, especially when my mom was very sick, even after we got the vaccines.
Amberlynn would have been starving, unbathed, hair matted, and all that. We'll get into all that before you think I would be sitting there and somebody would forbid me from seeing my mother that's dying. Remember that one chick from 600-Pound Life that bathed once a month? That would be Amber. She would get bathed once a month because my family would come first. I don't give a fuck what's happening. Oh, I gotta film a video. I need you to help me scrub my neck. No, do a voiceover, bitch. My mother come first. I promise you that. Where's that comment? Emily, yeah, that voicemail, I ain't even gonna hold you. That voicemail alone, and I'm not saying there's great things about Beck's mom and family. There's a lot of problematic things that have come out about Beck's family. But when I tell you something, when it comes to me, my rules, I disrespect my family. I gather my family. I don't care if you're my partner. I don't care if you're my boss. I don't care. I don't care who you are. You could be the married bitch. You could be the president. You are not ever going to call up my mother after they got out of surgery because they have cancer and think you're going to leave some message talking about they selfish and they give you thank yous and shit like that. I promise you, Amber would have had to see me. That whatever, that red can story that she had with Destiny Dusty's mother and all that, I promise you it would have been 10 times worse. You leave a voicemail like that for my mother after surgery. For those who don't know, my grandfather a few years ago passed. He lost his battle to cancer. Bitch, a nurse couldn't even leave no type of crazy message. If a nurse left a message with the tone off, I would have had to get them together. You think my partner would have left a message from my grandfather who's dying of cancer? Uh-huh. It would have been Mugshot Merch 2.0. Bitch, please. Amber has been very lucky for many years, and I don't think she realizes that. Her disrespect, she has been shown a lot of grace through the years with the amount of disrespect that she has shown people. Because the average person would have not been okay with that voicemail that she left Beck's mother. And even if it wasn't my partner, let me find out it was my sister's partner. Oh, baby. Square up. I don't want to hear no explanation. Square up. You left that for my mom? Square up. If y'all want to still stay together, that's fine. Square up. And that's on God. Square the fuck up.
She still was very hesitant about me going anywhere. But yeah, I did feel like I couldn't see my family as often as I was led to believe at the beginning when she told me to quit my job that I would be able to see my family more.
Did you really set a timer?
This is just a reminder of how Amberlynn did respond to some of this.
I did a couple times. Yes. I wouldn't say a timer. I feel like that's extreme. But I would say, can you come back up here in like an hour? I would. Yes.
So essentially set a timer. Go ahead.
That's not okay. I know.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like how I know, like, I genuinely, like, as a human being, have just improved and become such a better person.
Is the better person in the room with us? One thing about Amber, she is going to toot her own horn, give herself credit where she does not deserve it.
Since being in my 20s, like, genuinely.
Genuinely.
Oh, it's 100% crazy behavior. Are you joking me? Are you actually joking me? Yes. Like, it's crazy behavior.
Saying that out loud is crazy behavior.
I just think that Emily has bigger fish to fry.
I want to remind you what Alexis said here about Amber's behavior with Tommy. This is the same person who just sat there like, are you kidding me? Yeah, that was crazy work. That, crazy behavior. Now, this is Alexis speaking on her relationship with Tommy. This is 2 relationships later.
than to spend every waking moment of her free time on a FaceTime call with you because you're codependent and you don't trust her.
So she's doing the same thing, just long distance. And that was Alexis saying pretty much that Tommy has other things to worry about because Tommy's a mother, than to sit on a FaceTime call with Amberlynn because Amberlynn is babysitting her because Amber is codependent, has trust issues, and is controlling. But she learned from what she did with Becky? Okay. Oh, foreigner Discord. Sorry. I will have a link when the stream is over. All you have to do is connect your Discord to the YouTube channel that has the membership. But if that's not working, I'll link a video. It's like 2 minutes where it'll walk you through it. And thank you for your patience. Thank you for joining.
I think what sucks though is like it takes two to tango.
By saying that it takes two to tango, you are admitting that you did wrong, but you're not being specific about what or taking any accountability for it. Meanwhile, I will take accountability for the things that you said that I did wrong in the relationship. I know I wasn't very affectionate. I didn't call you pet names fast enough. You always would say that I would side with everybody else over you, but that was truly because I felt like you were in the wrong in those moments. And you were. And though you see me as a bad partner, I did so much for you. And these things do not add up to the things you've put me through.
And
Block her ass. And where is Cases? Cases? Oh, we'll be touching on that as well. Amberlynn, who's not controlling and learned all these things with everything she put Beck through, yes, was tracking a married woman at that on Life 360. We're going to get to that. Again, Amber should really shut the fuck up and plan something better with these member streams. If I'm being real, Amber needs to do some like cook with me's or plan the week with me, or I don't know, shit. Well, maybe not journal with me, but she needs to figure out something. Bitch, take the chat for a walk. How about that? Take them for a walk and try to disguise your surrounding. Chrissy, thank you for upgrading, boo. I appreciate you.
I will never in a million years say anything personal about Beck. There are things that I know. They're obviously like I was with them for years.
I love how anytime that she has a falling out with somebody, she's just like, I have so much dirt on that person.
Clock her ass, Beck.
And I have this and that. No, she doesn't. It's just a fear tactic for her to silence people because she doesn't want to have people see that side of her.
Y'all heard that? Y'all heard that, Clock? Facts. And as much as I would love to hear from Wifey and anyone else who wants to come forward, one thing I could say with Beck coming forward now, and I will address it a bit deeper and further when it comes to gathering Chantel's. Whoo, there was some things Chantel said today. I was just like, oh my goodness, I'm happy I don't stream tonight. Because I would have dragged the fuck out of Chantel today when it comes to the things she said about Beck. Not only the things from the other day, but specifically certain things she said today. I said, oh my goodness, I could never be a stream sniper. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. But when it comes to Beck addressing this now, as much as people have criticism, like, oh, why now? Why now? One of the things you will notice, especially with the difference between Beck and Chantel and how they go about expressing their experience with abuse, it is very easy to see Beck is coming from a place of healing. Beck is coming from a place of clearly doing the work, obviously working through the trauma and so many things. And that's why when it comes to Beck, say whatever you want. I'm happy Beck took this long. Because there's so many things Beck is saying. It's just like, oh, Beck, you don't even need me. Let me just play your clip. I could just shut the fuck up. Beck is coming from a place of doing the work to heal and move on. Chantel was coming from a different place. So as much as Shantel want to sit there and be envious of another victim and why they get support and why they could speak on something years later, at least Beck took the steps and didn't make a mockery of it in the moment while also being an abuser. Let's not forget that. Shantel was an abuser as well. And want to sit there today talking about, well, we weren't there. Bitch, fuck you. I'm happy that bitch sound like a pug when she walks. I'm happy she can't make it up a simple hill. I'm happy to know that once that man is done with her, that young man who probably still wants a family, he will end up shitting on her, possibly quite literally, due to his kink, and then move on with someone younger and start a family with them while she's on life support. I don't give a fuck how that come off. I will never like Shantel. That's a nasty, nasty bitch. It gave the same tone that it gave when she sat there and dragged the fuck out of May. The same person who had a similar experience to Shantel based on the claims. But Chantel's the only one who could be sexually assaulted by Natter? That's interesting because when it was May, it was something completely different. Like she was too nasty and too old. And when it's Beck, she took too long. Oh, sorry, excuse me. They took too long to come forward. Oh, why are you doing it now? Oh, we weren't there. Interesting. Chantel's life is everything she deserves. I'm so grateful and happy I get to sit back and see the life that she lives today. Could it be worse? Yes. Does Chantel deserve worse? Yes. But let's be clear, she's not living a good life. She constantly tracks her husband to make sure he's not cheating on her with the next opportunity. Her only social interaction is strangers online, inhaling food, and just working up different health issues every fucking week. Please. And she looked like Darth Vader going to sleep with that fucking CPAP. I'm happy she is living the life that she lives today. I'm so happy for her. You will never catch me rooting for a bitch like Shantel. She's irredeemable. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Clown ass bitch. Kai, thank you so much for being a member for 29 months. Never Chantel putting in her two hooves about Beck that. And to be clear, I know I might have new viewers. I'm unfiltered. I said what the fuck I said. I don't give a fuck about Chantel. I don't care what happens to that bitch. I'm grateful when I see her struggling because I will never root on a vile bitch. Never in my life. And Chantel ain't the only one, let's be clear. But seeing that I cover specific people on my channel, when it comes to that bitch, you will never catch me rooting her on. I've seen too many times people show her too much grace, rooting her on for cleaning her house or some bullshit. Nah, you will never catch me rooting a bitch on like her. When she was running around here like a crackhead, she showed everyone everything you needed to see. That's why I will never take a bitch like her seriously. You don't like me? Thank you. That is a compliment. I would never want the likes of Shantel to enjoy anything about me. Not a chance in hell. So when she rages and rants and does, thank you. It's good for my skin. So I don't look like you, clown asshole.
And so she doesn't have to take accountability for her actions. If there weren't things that you did wrong, then you wouldn't be needing to threaten people into silence.
Period.
But I still choose to like not do that and like take a different stance. Like I can't sit here and just say all these horrific things.
And I truly, honestly.
And this is why she can't sit here and say these horrific things and expose. No matter what Amber says, nothing she says will overshadow the things that people can share about their experience with her, including this here.
Feel like I was obligated to do so because she didn't have anybody else in her life. Like she had burned every single bridge of every other person in her past. She had no one but me and the people around me, and she took all of us down with her. I felt that if I had left, that the animals wouldn't get taken care of, and I already knew that Amber could not take care of herself. In one of my last lives with Amber, you guys heard me say, who's the one that's been wiping you? And obviously, I didn't mean for anybody to hear that, but you guys did. And I'd only said that because I was just so frustrated in that moment because she kept acting like I hadn't done anything for her. At one point, she said that I didn't do any caretakery things for her, so I didn't feel like a caretaker.
Tell
But I
us, what
did
did you
start
do?
to feel like a caretaker, and
Why
I'd
is that?
felt like one since we had lived with Eric and Ricky. So that's where the whole wiping thing started, was when we were living with Eric and Ricky.
Everyone, listen closely.
And that didn't stop until the day we broke up. But even before then, I felt like a caretaker. I would do all of the housework, all of the cleaning. I would help her try to maintain her hair because it would get matted. And
Continue back.
I would help her wash the back of her neck because she would wear chokers and it would rub on the back and like stain it. So I'd try to help her get the stain off. So while I was
Not Beck cleaning off Amber's dirty ass neck. Let's not forget, Beck used to have to wipe other parts of Amber's body as well. Beck was sitting there wiping off Amber's dirty ass neck. And Amber want to sit there and pretend that Beck, as her partner, wasn't acting like a caretaker? Are we serious? If she's wiping your dirty ass neck, wiping your ass and other parts of your body, that's a caretaker. Because the last time I did that for anyone was a child. I do that for the children in my life. When they throw up formula, I have to wipe their neck. When it's bath time, I have to wipe them up. I've never done that for an adult. The only time I would ever do that for an adult is for, like, say, my parents, my mom specifically, but you get my point. I've never done that for a partner. You know, when you got a little baby and you constantly got to wipe their neck because, you know, you put the bottle in and then the formula goes to the side, blah, blah. You know, I've done that for babies. So how was Beck not a caretaker? How was Beck not going above and beyond as a partner? I can't think of a scenario where I would be okay. The only time I can think of it is, like, I guess after a major surgery, sure, which Beck did say that was part of the reason at one point. And maybe for me personally, because I plan to have kids, after giving birth, like, help me out, okay. But outside of that, like, day to day, like, if today I had someone, no. And let's say, God forbid, I put myself in a situation that needed to happen. The last thing I'm about to do is go online and sit there and talk about them constantly after using them the way that I did, after treating them the way that I did. The dirt around her neck was acting, like I said earlier, as Gorilla Glue. The fact that the dirt around your neck is acting as Gorilla Glue to your choker, to the point that your girl had to use soap and water as if it was nail polish remover to separate the two, is crazy. That's crazy work. That's nasty. Why is all that happening with chokers? Matter of fact, take that shit off. You have outgrown chokers if that is happening. That's the last thing that should be on the list of things you want to put on to. Are you kidding? When Beck described this, I said, do you know what type of vision, just the different things that came to mind? Like, that is disgusting. And did we need to know that? No. But Amber keeps running her fucking mouth. Lord knows what other folds. You know them folds she got on her stomach when she does the try-ons? Lord knows Becky probably had to get in between that. Do you know how many inches, how much work, how many matter of fact, that's probably why Becky lost that first 50 pounds. If you really think about it. Do you know how much work goes into wiping a body like that? She probably was, they probably were sweating. I'm sorry, I just don't want you to think I ever misgender Beck on purpose. The amount of sweating, the amount of work, matter of fact, when's the last time we seen Beck's arms? Beck probably toned as fuck at this point, even though technically they were broken up for a while, but Beck was probably toned as fuck. That's where the first bit of weight loss came from, when Beck had to be full-time caretaker. Beck just won't say it, so I'll say it for them.
Wasn't perfect. I did do my best, and none of that excuses the things that you have said about me and the lies you have.
Oh, I did not press this, and I am so happy I saw this comment. Like washing a car. Yes. Not Beck. You just gave me a good idea. Thank you for that comment. Thank you. This is why teamwork makes the dream work. Beck believes that maybe their job history or that gap would work against them, but no, if you think about it, based on everything Beck has explained, and probably way more, Becky has a crazy work history from a time that they were with Amber. They washed cars. They were a garbage man, Amber. They were a babysitter, Amber, caretaker, and part-time nurse. Becky actually has a pretty extensive and impressive resume for everything that they did while being with Amber. Beck just needs to work that resume and just work the resume. Listen, a lot of people they fib a little bit. They fib a little bit. It's okay. We reword it for that timeline, and low key Beck's resume is golden. It's actually pretty impressive for everything, every hat that they were wearing for what was it, 3-4 years? That's a lot of job titles. And Beck was a maid, and Beck was a chef, Beck was a chauffeur. Beck, I need you to think. That job, that resume needs to be stacked by tonight. Beck did a lot of shit. Man, if you don't update that fucking resume and put exactly what the fuck I just said, Cara, thank you so much for being a member for 5 months. Oh, thank you. The eyeshadow color, I had mentioned it earlier. I'll cover it real quick. Mentioned it earlier in the stream. I use the Masquerade palette by Juvia's Place, and these are the two. Can you see it? These are the 2 colors I used. Thank you, honey bun. Yeah. Pet care, dog walker, dog sitter. Oh, bitch. Somebody offer to make Beck's resume. It is what it is. Personal shopper, valet. Yes, you just got to work that fucking resume. I know that's right. Low-key, Beck got a more impressive resume than me. Many hats. I love that.
Told. And none of that makes our experiences equal.
And I'm going to bring up Erica. Yes, I am.
Another person that Amber should have not brought up, but here we are.
Like another really good example is like Erica. I shared my part of the story. I shared what happened and all of that. But it's like, I know things about Erica too that I can sit here and just be like, rah, 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 rah. Like when me and her first started talking, she told me that she was married, but she was married for financial reasons, and that they were in an open marriage, and that her wife didn't even live with her. Her wife was living with her partner, her other partner that she was in a relationship with. So I thought that was like hectic. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, that's pretty hectic. An open marriage. Okay, everyone.
Amber loved the thought of being the other woman and possibly taking someone from someone else. Let's call a spade a spade. Carry on.
Does their own thing. Like her wife is in a whole ass other relationship. So Erica said that she can do what she wants. And I never.
Oh yeah, I put that in there so I could remind y'all because I do a horrible job at doing it. Please remember to like the stream. I appreciate it.
Never really understood it. I tried to understand it more and talk more about it. But Erica would always just be like, me and my wife have an understanding. That was always her go-to was.
If you don't like the stream, I will personally sign you up to be Amber's next caretaker. How I will do that, that doesn't matter. It does not matter. I will sign you up to be Amber's next caretaker. Thank you.
Me and my wife have an understanding with each other. So she didn't want to explain that understanding to me. I didn't understand it, but I didn't think that Erica and I would get to the level that we got to, because her and I did just stay friends for a while. You guys know me. I move really fucking fast.
Because she's desperate, codependent, and controlling. Let's not forget. And she's always looking for a new caretaker / victim. Matthew! Hi, boo. I love seeing you in chat. Canal's catching alive. Thank you for the super chat. I'll have to catch up. So Howard. Oh, so happy. I feel like they're probably doing voice to text. Happy you're doing lives again. Needed these to keep my sanity at work and school. Thank you, boo. I'm so happy to see you in the stream again. I'm so happy. And you know who I missed the other day? I think it was my first stream back. And I feel like I didn't make a big deal out of it the way I wanted to. But for those who've been around in the community for a while, Valgal returned. Valgal took a little hiatus. Life was focused on life, wanted to dip a little bit, dip away, and I don't blame her. And she and Armani came back. For those who know, Valgal is an OG viewer. And I believe it was maybe a month ago, Valgal returned. I was so geeked. People be like, oh, fangirl. No. I was fangirling when I saw Valgal return. I was so hyped. And there was someone else from the past who did DM me, not Valgal. I won't say their name because I haven't seen them in chat. But if I see them in chat, I will personally pause and scream. I'm not going to say who it is because if they don't want to come back to the community and be in this space, I definitely understand. But I got a DM from someone that I'm hoping I eventually see them in chat again. I will die of happiness.
That's just how like my heart works. But it was different with Erica because it was just like a constant, super flirty friendship. But something I did notice is that she was always there for me. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was single, so I talked to a few different people. That is true. She named some of them.
Oh, I don't want to get y'all hopes up. I'm not referring to Michael. I talk to Michael damn near every day. I'm not talking about Michael. Sorry. I'm not referring to Michael B. Petty. First of all, if it was Michael B. Petty, I wouldn't say a peep until you saw the pop-up notification. I wouldn't even do you like that. No, I'm not referring to Michael. I'm referring to a viewer. If I say their name, you would know who I'm referring to. Just I don't know if they plan to come back into the space, but I was very grateful that they reached out to me.
It is what it is. Okay, so from December to February, like I said, we got a lot closer because of that I love you word. She was saying it to me. I also assumed that Erica was super unhappy with her wife, and Erica made me believe, like, she would say things like, I haven't felt this way in over a decade. Like, you opened something inside of me that, like, I didn't even know was there. Like, just typical standard, now that how I'm viewing it, straight up like manipulation, love bombing type deal.
She has some nerve. Donovan, thank you for the super chat. My boss made a timesheet error and overpaid me, so I'm currently celebrating. Please have a wonderful night. I know that's right. Thank you. We love it. We're going to need the mistakes. Based on the shit that is going on right now, we're going to need the mistakes. Congratulations, boo. Where you work, I want to apply. Cuz oh my god. I ain't going to get into all of it, but I had tweeted this earlier and I mean this. I'm probably going to reach my weight loss goal due to tariffs. Let's get back into it.
My whole thing was like, okay, Erica, we're both in love. Like, why aren't we committed to one another? Like, why aren't we together? Like, let's seal that deal.
Oh, that sounds a little familiar. So with Beck, there was a line of people wanting to be with Amber, so Beck needs to make a move. With Tommy, it's why aren't we together? Why aren't we doing this? The woman that you knew was married, the woman that seemed like didn't even file for divorce. Why aren't we together? What's happening? Interesting.
I very much, when I fall in love with someone, like, I want to be with them. And I thought I was in love with Erica, and I thought she was in love with me. So I was like, let's like do that thing. Let's like commit to one another. And it's true, she did ask, like, what would that entail? And so I told her, like, it's like loyalty, more like communication together and commitment with one another and things like that. And she agreed to it.
Cara, thank you so much for upgrading. If you are comfortable with Discord, jump in that Discord. Get in there, boo. If you are comfortable. I will never pressure anybody to go to the membership Discord, but if you are comfortable, get in there. And actually, tonight, it might be tomorrow. I have to see who's still up, but we are catching up on a lot of shows. And what I try to do, honestly, is keep my international viewers in mind. And it is kind of late. And I feel like one of my favorite international viewers, they're probably asleep right now. So it might be tomorrow night. Just so you know, tomorrow night I'll be streaming. I'll continue streaming Salt Lake City, Housewives of Salt Lake City. And then Tuesday, that member stream. We'll probably watch some other reality shows waiting for Amber to go live. But just so you know, it's not just Amber that I stream. We stream other shows. And later this week, not at the beginning, but later this week, we'll be getting back into like our real crazy shows like Zeus Network, like Baddies or Erica Mena's show. Actually, Erica Mena's show I think launches tonight. Oh, that's tonight. I take that back. Tomorrow's going to be Salt Lake City and Erica Mena show. For anyone who doesn't know, Erica Mena is a reality star, a very controversial one. She's the one who has the kids by Safari. Safari is Nicki Minaj's ex fiance. So she's crazy. She is always in a lot of drama. A few years back, her first son, she had gotten to an altercation with her baby daddy, and it was caught on camera of her kicking him in the neck. Do you understand how much adrenaline you have to have going through your body to successfully kick a tall man in the neck? But yeah, and then fast forward to recently, while going through her divorce with Safari, she was climbing walls and trying to break into his house and all this stuff. And currently, because Zeus Network is one of the messiest networks to exist, and not one producer on that network will ever see the pearly gates. They all go to hell, just to be clear. I might join them for watching, but that's not the point. They gave her a dating show. They gave that crazy woman who has crashed out, I don't know how many times online, a dating show. So I will be watching because I love watching this. I just realized all that to say, if that's something that interests you, I'll be watching that in Discord as well.
But she's like, yeah, like, do you want to be my girlfriend? You know, I felt like that was a mature conversation that I'm now seeing, like, she took it like in a different way.
You know what I just realized? I don't do this often enough because I've done it a few times. And Amanda, baby, thank you for reminding me of this. When the stream is done, I'll pick 5 people. Leave a comment and please listen closely when I say this. Leave a comment and your social media handle. I'll pick 5 people and send y'all links to the Discord. I get a lot of memberships. I get a lot of people joining. This is my way to give back. I always forget. I should probably do this monthly. So Amanda, you specifically, seeing that you gave me the idea, please, if you have Twitter, if you have Instagram, that's okay too. Just DM me. I'll send you a link. 5 other people, when the stream is done, leave a comment. I don't care. It could be frogs. I don't care. Leave a comment and leave your handle and what social media it is. So if your handle is Amanda on IG, make sure you tell me it's Instagram and leave the handle, and then I'll message you to send you a link. I'll pick 5 people. Actually, I'll pick 5 people because Amber streams Tuesday. I'll pick 5 people by Tuesday morning. So when the stream is over, leave a comment, social media, which one to message you on. It has to be either Twitter or Instagram. Wait, is that the only social? Yeah, Twitter or Instagram. I'm not about to create a new social media. So Twitter or Instagram, I'll message you and I'll pick them by Tuesday morning. So then for anybody who wants to at least watch the Amber stuff or whatever, you'll have it by Tuesday. I hope everything I just said made sense. But yeah, Amanda, you specifically message me. Twitter or Instagram. I prefer Twitter, but if you don't fuck with Twitter, I definitely understand. Message me and I'll send you a link. That was a lot to process. I think I did say it too fast. I probably did say it too fast. Leave a comment with your social media handle and which social media platform it is, and I'll pick 5 people out of those comments. I probably did say that too much. Y'all know I run my damn mouth. Sorry.
And she's saying like how I forced her to be in a relationship with me. That's crazy.
No, it's not, because Beck claim the same thing. So it's actually just showing a pattern.
That's not the way that I viewed it at all, but I'm beginning to see that, like, the way that I viewed most of the situation, I guess maybe she didn't, or she's purposely downplaying.
Yeah, real quick, Amanda. Yeah, just create one and hit me up, boo. Because I would drop it in here, but if somebody else snags it, then we're screwed. So please.
What she did to me because she's trying to save her marriage. Erica is a known liar.
Oh, thank you for that suggestion. Where did that just go? Yes, Blue Sky too. Twitter, Instagram, and Blue Sky. I know that was so unorganized the way I did that. I literally just did it on the fly based on a comment. I'll probably leave a pinned comment to clarify to make it easier, but Blue Sky as well. Twitter, Instagram, and Blue Sky. Thank you for that reminder, Wang.
And a known cheater. She has cheated on Brittany.
I'm gonna run that back because I'll need y'all to hear that again.
What she did to me because she's trying to save her marriage. Erica is a known liar and a known cheater.
Now, at what point did Amberlynn find that out? Because number one, Amberlynn is a known liar. Now you never stop her, and she don't give a fuck about that. But if Erica was a known cheater, at what point did she figure that out? And why was she so eager to jump in a relationship with her if you knew that she was a known cheater?
She has cheated on Brittany multiple times. Like, so many times. And Erica told me everything about their marriage, about all of the times she's cheated. Brittany's a cheater. Their marriage is a mess.
And that did not stop Amber from jumping in a relationship, right? That's crazy. That's crazy.
Marriage is a fucking mess. So in my brain, it made sense to me. These two.
K sis, thank you so much for that reminder. Just like Amber cheated on Casey and Beck. Ain't that something?
Cheaters want to be in an open marriage. It makes sense. They're not fully happy with one another. So I believed their sob story.
Oh, Amanda, sorry guys, I keep interrupting. Amanda, just so you guys know, my handle is pretty much the same on all social media. It's Charlie Gold, but replace the A with an X. Don't ask why I did that, but it just made it easier because you could be surprised how many people be picking up Charlie. I'm dropping it now in the chat, but I pretty much made sure my social media across the board is all the same. So it's Charlie Gold, but just replace the A in Charlie with an X, and that is my social media handle, I think, pretty much across the board. But thank you, boo.
Believed everything. I thoroughly did. When you know someone for a large length of time and like you talk to them constantly, like you're gonna find things about them that like shock you probably. And it's like, do I sit here and say bad things about these people? No. But like Alexis does it to me. Like Beck is now making content about me again. It's just like, what is actually happening? Like,
I want to remind you of this specific clip here, seeing that Amber has an issue with Beck monetizing their experience, their lived experience with Amberlynn's abusive ass.
There is an ad. I don't understand this ad thing. I did press to monetize, obviously, because girl, we're gonna monetize this the out of this.
Okay, continue.
Because Jordy monetized the out of my story. That's most reaction channels do. So it's my turn.
Wait. Amberlynn said that she would monetize the fuck out of sharing her story due to other creators monetizing off of everything that was coming out. Fair. So why would it be a problem for Beck to monetize their experience with Amber, especially since Amber monetized the fuck out of their relationship through that live stream era and so much more? That's not weird to y'all? That don't seem like a double standard? Especially because the live stream era itself mostly was entertaining due to Beck being there. Keep in mind, Amber paid Beck how much? Oh, let's get into it. The Gamer Hub, welcome to the Glow Cluster, Boo. You are supreme. Get in a Discord if you would like. Thank you so much, Boo. Let's get a little reminder.
What do I think of Amber calling me money hungry and trying to capitalize on my live streams? That's what she was doing with me, like the whole time I was being used for live streams. And that ties into the next question. Did I ever get paid from the live streams I did with her?
Listen to this. I know most of you already know this, but every time I hear this, I am disgusted. Amber got some nerve.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Because she said that all of that money had to go toward all the bills. I don't even know how much she got. I have no idea. I don't even know how much I was supposed to get, if I was supposed to get half. I have no idea. I was just told, you do these live streams with me, you'll get money. But then she was like, you got to pay bills. So no, I didn't see anything from it.
Keep in mind, Amberlynn at one point got so cocky on those live streams, and I'll eventually find the clip for those who may remember this, because I'm actually been going back to the live stream days between Amber and Beck. At one point, Amberlynn's response to a viewer who was concerned about how Beck was getting compensated for their work on the streams, Amber made it seem like, I forgot, I'm paraphrasing here, but Amber said something like, oh, Beck is making enough to live on their own, like to have a living or something like that. Like pretty much like Beck was raking it in. What Amber didn't mention is the income was staying with Amber and telling Beck that it was going to their bills. So that's interesting. And I will find that clip.
I think whenever we broke up and I moved out, I think she gave me like $100 to $200, and that's how I ended up getting the U-Haul.
I want to make this very clear. When it comes to those days of live streams between Amber and Beck, they made thousands on top of thousands. There were creators compilation channels that literally made videos based off of the super chats alone. That's how much Amber was making back when she was streaming with Beck, especially after the breakup. There is no amount of bills that Amber had where Beck didn't come out with more than 200. Even if Amber wanted to say, hey, we not together no more, you're going to have to carry your weight, fair. It amounted to way more than just $200. Amberlynn, where she was living in Kentucky, there's no way that their bills amounted to that much. That is a grimy, grimy bitch.
No, I wouldn't say I was money hungry.
I think what hurts me the most is like, fine, share your story, share your side, but don't lie. Like, that's the part.
Acro. I love that. Amberlynn greed. Let them know. Somebody screenshot that.
Part that like really affects me. Alexis has lied about so much. That's the part that bothers me the most, because it's like, what are you going to lie about next?
No self-awareness. That is probably the same thing a lot of viewers ask about Amberlynn. Stop lying. What is she going to lie about next? No self-awareness in any inch of that big ass body. No self-awareness.
That's the part that freaks me out. Genuinely. It's like, girl, share your story. I don't give a rat's at this point. But like, to lie, that freaks me out. That freaks me out. Oh my God, what Alexis said about the whatever is, she could be sued for that.
And this is Alexis' response.
Like, insinuating what? I that literally left my jaw on the floor.
So I can't say as much as I would want to say about this particular situation, but what I will say is that unlike you, Amberlynn, I took the necessary steps to make sure that what I said would not have any legal repercussions on my end. But if you want to try to take it there, I encourage you to, matter of fact. I have very viable counterclaims against both you and Tommy individually. And I can and will, physically and metaphorically, knock the Mario coins right out of your lip-shaped purse and into my bank account.
I see where Alexis was going with that. The read seemed a little forced, in my opinion. Just tone it down a bit because it seems a little forced. It would have hit better. Because there's a couple of things that Alexis has clocked Amber on. It's just it's a little forced, boo. It's a little forced. Tone it down a bit. I appreciate the entertainment, but it's just, okay, we get it. We get it. I don't know what the counterclaim would be, but by all means, everybody else is going to court, so you might as well.
Is there anything you could allude to T-wise that's not too revealing? No, I just don't even want to do that,
Because it will cost her. It will cost her. Let's be very real. It will cost her.
I was friends with Alexis for a year. We talked all day, every day. Like, I was her person, she was my person. And you guys think that I don't have any tea on her? What does your BPD make you say or do to your girlfriends? It depends on the situation. So you have to give me a situation, then I can explain.
Good thing that we have examples where there have been viewers who did speak to her about that. Let's get into that. Before we do, Natalie Marie, thank you for being a member for 36 months. Whoever put the hex on her to have every relationship fail put their heart and soul into it. They sure did. They put their foot in that bitch. They sure did. They sure did. Let me tell you, Shantel and Salo will have a family, will start a family before Amberlynn has a successful relationship, bitch.
What was your reasoning for setting a timer? I don't remember ever setting a timer, but I did say, can you come back up here? Can you come back, hang out with me in an hour or whatever? And it's genuinely because I did not want to be alone. I've always been scared to be alone, and you guys know that. And living on my own and growing up, and especially getting diagnosed with BPD and understanding myself more,
it's always the BPD. Jesus. Just, girl, let it go.
Have been able to be wow, I love being alone. And I hate that I ever have put anyone in the position of feeling like they had to be attached to my hip. And trust me, I regret it more than anything.
She doesn't. What she regrets is the fact that she no longer has control over Beck to keep Beck silent. Because Amberlynn has actually had a pretty good track record for years, up until recently, of finding ways to make sure that her former partners don't speak publicly about her. And that has now ended. There's a pattern here. There are more people speaking up. And again, if Feline was to ever speak up, baby, log off. Log off. Get on OnlyFans. I actually think she'd make a killing on OnlyFans. Get on OnlyFans. Because everything that would come from Feline sharing their experience, God bless you.
Yes, it was controlling. Absolutely. Stop blaming BPD. I've never been an abuser, but okay.
Let's remember this clip here that I want to remind everyone. Alexis has never walked back. Not once. Even when her and Amberlynn made up, Alexis never, ever walked this claim back.
The next question is there any proof/validity to the DV allegations against Jade? I find it hard to believe because of Amber's history with lying on previous partners and also admitting to being the violent one at one point. And Amberlynn did tell me that she has hit Jade before, and used to go through her phone periodically, like while Jade was in the shower. But she did mention one time that they were fighting and Amberlynn slapped her, and I guess Jade like pushed her and she fell to the ground. And I think it was a bigger deal than it actually was because Amberlynn obviously couldn't get back up by herself.
And that's not including Beck's experience that they've shared publicly. That's not including Casey's experience that he's shared publicly. And that's not including the time that Amberlynn admitted to being physically abusive, let me say that correctly, with Crystal. That's interesting. But Amber's not an abuser. I'd love to hear Amberlynn's definition of what an abuser is.
My BPD is acting up. No, I know when it is, and it's definitely not right now. It was earlier. I had like a you know what I've noticed is happening? Like usually in relationships, like it's toxic, it's chaotic. There's someone doing something and lying and betraying and doing something, being rude, like whatever it may be, but like no, not here. So it's like my brain is like, whoa, this is so peaceful. How do I make it unpeaceful? And I have to literally stop myself. So I'll tell Tommy, I feel myself, I'm about to act crazy. Like
she took wifey's accent into the next relationship, and I think she caught it in that moment because I don't know what that was. But she unfortunately had taken the black scent into the relationship with Tommy because that was crazy. I know I'm going to say your name wrong, so I'm just going to say Vil because I know I'm going to butcher it. Thank you so much for the super chat. I'm happy you're here. And you know what's so crazy, y'all? I went this whole time without a break. Don't get comfortable. It will not happen again. But I really wanted to try to get through this within like 2 hours, 2.5 hours, because y'all know I talk so damn much. But don't get comfortable at all because breaks are coming back. Specifically, the break that bonds us all. Just not tonight. But again, don't get comfortable.
and then she'll tell me, no, just calm down. It's okay. Like everything is okay. And she definitely helps with that. I don't know. It's just like the most calm love. I mean, it's calm where it should be, you know? So, what are they lying about? Clear name, maybe? See, Mario, it's easier said than done. I've realized that it's like damned if I do, damned if I don't type of saying. And that is how it feels. Like, because it's like, no matter what is, like, I'm just going to use Alexis as an example. No matter what Alexis says about me, people are going to believe. And then if I come on here in a vlog or a live stream and I'm like, well, no, this is actually how it went, or this is actually the truth, no one's going to believe me anyway. So it's like, what is the point? We know Alexis is listening, so be careful with what you say. She will retaliate 10 times over. Oh my God. Yikes.
And that is that. When I tell you that clip, I ain't gonna hold you because I had to add other clips to it, but that clip was literally less than 10 minutes or around 15 minutes. Let me give her a bit more. Maybe 15 minutes worth of something to talk about in a 2-hour stream. It was the scrapbooking with the food wrappers and all that, and her talking. At one point she started to cry, but for the most part it was boring as fuck. And I'm not even saying that as a hater. That stream was melatonin for me, and I'm not kidding. So the only reason I am looking forward to the next stream is because the next stream is scheduled on the same day that she drops the first breakup vlog. So she had mentioned in this stream here, because she'll give little hints about what's to come with her content. She said on February 4th is the first vlog where we see her reaction to the breakup, and she goes from there. So on Tuesday, bitch, I don't know if I'm gonna do a back-to-back stream where I could edit it down as quickly as possible and then get in Discord to watch her stream later on that night. But either way, I will be present. So if you're in my Discord, get in there no matter what we watch in that stream. If I can figure out a way, even if it's a short stream, and for me, seeing that I'm up here almost 2 hours and a half, a short stream would probably be like an hour. If I could do that and then jump in Discord, that's just what it's gonna be. But baby, it starts on Tuesday. And so do the tariffs. God damn. But yeah, that's it, y'all. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Yes, I'll send you the link personally, but I will also have one pinned. So anyone having issues, I'll have something pinned so you can follow the video. But thank you so much, y'all. I appreciate you. We about to, you know how the Super Bowl's coming? We about to head into our Super Bowl. Cause bitch, if you don't think my messy ass isn't about to sit here and compare breakup videos when she drops that one, you haven't been watching me long enough. You know I'm gonna put a banger of an edit together. I do understand why these bitches hate me. I would hate me. I would hate me too. I ain't even gonna hold you. But oh my goodness, I'm putting compilations together of her breakups. Oh, it's about to be. I love this for us. I'm so going to hell, but it's okay. But yeah, thank you so much for tonight, y'all. I will see the rest of you in Discord. Again, I'll pick up streaming for Housewives and Erica tomorrow. Amber is priority on Tuesday, and Shantel better not do nothing on Tuesday. I swear to God, if these bitches sync up, imagine Shantel go live and announce a divorce on Tuesday, bitch. I wouldn't even know what to do. I would actually, I would call out of work if I'm being real, but still, that's not the point. But thank you so much for the stream, y'all. I appreciate you. And don't forget to comment down below. I'm going to pick 5 people by Tuesday morning. Amanda messaged me. I know Cara messaged me, but hit me up. I appreciate you. Remember, don't be like these bitches. Stay hydrated. Do your skincare. And please, at the very least, whatever they would do the opposite. Later, y'all.
Type, typically, if I'm looking for somebody like attracted, tall enough, in really good shape, a nice jaw, chiseled features, black, like dark hair, dark eyes, smells good.
It is gross. I'm a gross person. Let me be gross. Just don't come near me. Don't fuck me.
Nice hands, like works good with their hands. It's just like the hypocrisy of it.
You think I have no standards at all? Well, they're low, but... After I shit at his house, I bend over in my lingerie and say, "Wipe me, daddy."
Well, like, I'm not the only person on the internet who rages, right?
No, but you do rage kind of a lot.
I'm thinking of taking anger management because I don't deal with my anger very, very well.
My overreaching message? Tough. If you also don't want to die, you can't do all the other things you want. And what gets me? Okay, when I was doing my A-levels at school, we went to London to visit some art galleries. And I think it was in the Hayward in London, the Museum of Modern Art. I think it was the Hayward, I might have the name wrong. There was a display, an exhibit that had 2 TV screens. And on one screen, it had a man in a suit jumping up and down, going quack, 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 quack. And on the other side, on a TV screen facing it, it had a jester jumping up and down, going no, 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 no. And it was essentially illustrating how both of those things took the same amount of effort. And I think about that when I look at her, When I look at her videos, when I look at how hard she works to wriggle out of the things she actually needs to do.
Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord splits you.